I saw Wicked, the film adaptation of the award-winning musical, as I'm sure most people went and saw it. So I need to preface it with this. I went in with really high hopes, but also really skeptical because there was a lot of things I saw in the trailer and just, fear I had about, man, Hollywood's going to crap all over this and make it awful. And man, did it prove me wrong. It was one of the best musical to screen adaptations I have ever seen. And it did it so much justice. And not just justice for the huge hardcore fans of the actual Broadway musical, but also justice and made it much clearer and really utilized the medium. Like it really yes-anded the Broadway musical and really utilized the film medium and didn't just stick with and try to do everything exactly how they did it in the original musical. And it utilized the fact that it's film and look at the amazing things that it can show. And I'm not a huge fan of CGI. I love practical effects. So, of course, there was elements of CGI that I was like, ugh. But it's like, I do that with every movie. It's not like a thing that's personal to Wicked. But there was also a lot of stuff that was practical effects. I don't want to ruin it. I'll say that for during the spoiler things. I thought the casting was perfect. The acting was so great. Go listen to the DGA podcast with John Chu, where he talks about the making of the film, because you will just be so blown away by another element of what it takes to do a musical film. The only thing that I thought the casting was perfect. So here's the thing I'm going to say. The only thing I thought it was the tiniest note that I have was a little weak were the voices of Michelle Yeoh and Jeff, the voice of Jeff Goldblum. But the thing is, I didn't mind it because they're both such extraordinary actors. And because it's film, I'd much rather have really super extraordinary film actors that aren't like the perfect Broadway singers than really great Broadway singers that aren't very good film actors. And I just also felt like the casting of the essence of who they were really fit the characters that they were cast as. Okay, I only have one spoiler alert I'm going to talk about. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I loved the cameos of Christian Chenoweth and Idina Menzel. I love that, if you dive a little deeper, Steven Schwartz actually wrote the song that they sing for them, which is so extraordinary. And I think one of the coolest things, and again, another reason to go listen to that DGA podcast interview with John Chu, is when he talks about the Dancing Through Life sequence and how they had to build this entire bookcase, and all that went into it. It was so extraordinary. Anyway, run, don't walk, fly, do not walk to the theater to go see Wicked. It is one of those movies you must see in theaters. And if you love music, even if you've never seen the musical, I guarantee, are going to be blown away and just have a really good time. And I cried so many times, and I, of course, cried the most at the very, very end. And it just will make you feel so inspired, and it will wake you up and have you feel, which is what good art is supposed to do.